All right, exciting. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for showing up today for this very powerful call. Very powerful Sunday Global Healing Miracle Call. We have so many special surprises for you today. So happy to have today as co-host the one and only Jerem. Yes, Jerem. Good morning. Where,
Morning.
where are you joining from, Jerem?
So joining from Tigard, Oregon, which is just outside Portland, and 31 degrees here this morning and no wind today, which is a definite plus.
And you want to give us a sneak peek into a little bit of some of the jewels that are coming today.
Yes, we have a little preview of the launch of the Ancient Secrets Music Project, which has been baking slowly over several months. And there'll be lots of details about what it is and how it will benefit the orphan kids in Nepal. And we have two incredible musicians with us today. Dear friend Gus Mancini, who walks and lives and breathes music for 60 years now. He just turned 80 recently, wonderful man. And of course, our amazing Renara, who is a walking channel for divine music that she sends as a healing gift to all of us. So very excited to have you experience their music and to let you know more about this project.
It's so exciting. I'm so looking forward to today. Thank you so much. You know, for those that this is your first time on the Global Healing Miracle Call, you know, we're following the principles of this Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. The opening quote is, "I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you, and love will teach you." And this project, this music project, and how they're helping these orphan kids in Nepal, who I know and I love personally, you know, is so inspiring. How love inspired Jerem and how it became a movement of musicians. I'm so excited for you to dive into that today. This week, for those in the US, is Thanksgiving. And so I'm going to hand it over actually to Carol Ray to kind of start off the call. Maybe everyone can just post in the chat, what's one thing you're grateful for today? And then Carol Ray, if you can go through some of the announcements that we have.
Okay, I'd be happy to do that. And I just saw my friend Ralph come in. I just want to say a personal note of thanks to Ralph. He's been really helping my daughter with some beautiful materials, and I'm just so excited that we have such resources in our community that we can draw on for help. So thank you, Ralph. I appreciate what you've been doing for my daughter. So we have some great news for those of you who have not yet registered for the 100-day course that starts January 13th, 2023 with our dear Cornelia. We've extended the early bird special to December the 11th. So early bird special extended. And Cornelia, do you have that link handy? You could put in the chat for those who are interested in signing up for that, because it's a really great course. It takes you, it's all about learning to put the whole package together. You're not just getting knowledge, you are changing the way you show up in the world, and you get the in-depth understanding of what your dosha and your dhatu and your being is, and you learn about emergency preparedness with herbs and such. So it's a great course. We have a lot to offer for that. So that's one big announcement. Detox is going well. We just finished the first 7 days of that. We had a nice group of folks doing that, and some are starting later. And then we have another group that are doing the 30-day delicious detox, and lots of support for that. So that process is ongoing. That includes a daily activation that we've been so grateful to have wonderful people showing up every day for that activation call. Let's see what else. We have a couple of people who I'd like to especially thank. Deborah Ann, she was my co-host for all this week. Deborah Ann, can you just talk about a little bit of the detox, being in that support role and kind of what that's meant for you?
Wow, it actually is a pleasure remembering having gone through it myself, all the little things that come up, and being able to just be there and answer the questions, because everybody has questions. I wished that had been available for me when I went through it. It wasn't, but I made it through, and it's like no matter what you do, it works. And it was a beautiful experience. Thank you. And everybody's so beautiful and uh, just delightful, and they're all so appreciative.
Well, I'm so appreciative of you. So you did such a great job of responding to the questions in chat and showing up every day, being watching the chats and helping get the right answers, calling in a video when we had questions that needed to be escalated. So I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much, Deborah Ann.
I want to
Thank you.
know, Deborah Ann, was there any particular stories this time that impacted you, of people, any transformation you saw or change you noticed in people that really you're like, oh yeah, this is why we do this?
Well, I was especially touched because I got to have an extended time with Marianne from Alaska. She was so delightful, and she was so she had such miracles happen just being on the detox over a period of time. So this didn't actually happen this time, but it happened as she progressed, eating the mung bean soup and following the ancient secrets and doing the herbs. I was just so impressed with her. That was just a fun opportunity.
So Dr. Clint, would it be all right if we played a little clip from the interview with Marianne?
Yeah, definitely. This is so fun. You guys are gonna love this.
Cornelia? Don't have the sound.
Just the prep for this, I'll say as Cornelia's getting ready, Dr. his vision was to have the ancient secrets go into every heart and every home on earth. And so this is so fun. What if the ancient secrets could make it to the North Pole?
Being spread across the North Pole, adding to Dr. Naram's dream of having ancient secrets in every home and every heart. So thank you, Marianne, for spreading love and light where you are. We're so grateful for that. So with that, I believe we could go.
I don't understand. Marianne, you're in the North Pole right now?
Well, I'm 13 miles from the North Pole of Alaska.
Wow.
I live in Fairbanks, and there's a community just little ways from town that a family decided he was going, in the 1950s, decided he was going to be Santa Claus, and they named it North Pole, and it has become a large, like a couple of thousand people town, and it was centered around the Santa Claus house. And if you look at Santa Claus House of North Pole, you will see it. And it's just a very warm community because of the feeling of Santa Claus and his love for children and all that. So yes, I live there. And actually, one of the family members that started it is in our family, our daughter-in-law. And so if you ever want to look at North Pole, Alaska, Santa Claus House, you'll see a fun place.
And how many books have you gifted, Marianne?
I've gifted about 5 books. I bought a bundle of them and started giving them to people, and they've just really enjoyed them. And what can I share about my chiropractor that
Sure.
I travel all the way to Washington State from Alaska to see a chiropractor who I learned was a real healer, and she really is a real healer. And I went down to see her in February of this year and had a real problem in my neck from a previous neck surgery. And in the summer, I called and got an appointment with one of the doctors that is on their site, on the Dr. Naram's site, and started taking the herbal remedies and doing the marmas and so forth that he recommended. And I saw her again, then I traveled down and saw her again in September, and she examined me, and she said, oh my goodness, she said, I can't believe how how different you are. You have made such improvement. And I had had a nerve problem that traveled down my arm and was just terrible. And it was chronic, and I didn't want to have further damage. And within about 3 to 4 weeks of taking the supplements and just doing the mung bean soup diet, it went away. And she said, you're cured. You're really on the road to recovery. And she said, what's the name of that book? I've got to have it. And I hadn't taken one down to her, but so she ordered one right away. And she said, I love it when when my patients teach me about healing. And she is just a wonderful healer. So I know that that's traveling more.
So beautiful.
Doesn't she look like Mrs. Claus?
That was awesome.
Yeah, that is so fun. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you for bringing the ancient secrets to the North Pole. That is so fun.
I have two more announcements. One is signing up for the Unstoppable celebration in Sedona. The dates are June 6th through 9th, and hopefully Cornelia has a link for that as well. And we have folks who are working feverishly to try to get all that together. And then Dr. Clint, you want to give an update on coloring book and cookbook stuff?
Actually, I think it'd be great if you did. We can do it together, but I am real excited about this. So we have been working on this, Carol Ray leading this for a long time. And I'm going to show the cover. Go ahead, Carol Ray. What's the update? You have so many people testing the recipes.
I have 16 people who are going through the cookbook and are testing out the recipes and making recommendations for little things. So it's so exciting that so many of you, this has been in progress for well over a year. And now it's really coming together thanks to everybody's help. And it's definitely a community effort. And I've been lucky enough to be kind of just the conductor. And so excited that it's hopefully going to be out and ready to go for Christmas, maybe a stocking stuffer or something. But it's coming together, and boy, my goodness, their mouths are watering like, golly, that's so delicious, So well done, community.
Yeah, and then because today is really a musical celebration, which is benefiting the orphan kids in Nepal, our kids in Nepal. Another project that I'm so excited about is last time I went to Nepal, both Carol and Heidi, I don't know if Heidi is on the call right now, Heidi Aiden, put a lot of love into creating a coloring book that's based on the ancient secrets that can bless these kids. And we had so many requests for other people that wanted it. And so we're in the final stages of getting it ready, and here's what it looks like. But Ancient Secrets for Kids, a coloring and activity book inspired by Dr. Dr. Clint G. Rogers, in the book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. And it's so fun. I can't wait. Oh, good. I think Heidi's coming into our waiting room right now. I just see as soon as she comes in, Heidi, I wonder if you could unmute yourself and we could just talk about this labor of love, Let's see here. Heidi, I don't know if this is Heidi Aiden, but if it is, I just want to say thank you for all the ways you show up, for letting love guide you. Again, I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you, and love will teach you. These are two of the many ways in which this community is being led by love. And yeah, I don't know what to say other than this is one of the most amazing experiences of my life, to witness people be activated by love, inspired by love. And as the toxins move out of our bodies, it's not by accident that when people get rejuvenated, when toxins leave their body, that they get inspired and they want to create. Not the least of which is Judy Lamar, yes, who 82 years young. And Judy, can you share about your detox experience, what happened and what you're doing now? And then also Patricia,
Sure.
We'll have you queued up as well.
Oh, good. Great. Well, fantastic. Day it was day 5, Thursday. Now, I have to say that I did a few days before we started of easing into, more. So it was more like 10. I woke up, no pain in my hands. Unbelievable. I had never had pain in my hands for many, many years. But recently I started having pain in my hands. I kind of freaked out, And anyway, no pain in my hands. I'm very excited. We'll see. I hope it stays. I have herbs to take as well.
Yeah, and that no pain in your hands.
And I
all that much more to paint with and do creations.
right. Exactly. Big. Let's go big. I also said that I got my mojo back, which was an experience I'd had back in 2020 when we did the first Hmong challenge. And I did 10 days where I'm just shot out of the cannon, had to exercise, and it's very cold. So I have these long hauls. So I just burst out the door, so that's exciting. And this morning I got on the scale and I've lost 7 pounds. Now, I would have been happy with 5, but I know what I can do to get those extra 2 back. Hmong pancakes, oat milk latte, So anyway, I had gained about 10 pounds in the last year, which was still fine because I really lost too much. But there it is. Thank you.
Two questions for you. First question is, when I share about your story about how, at age 79, were you walking with a walker or a cane, or how was it?
No, it was a cane. It was a cane for steadiness because I'd had from age 69 to 79 a few falls, and I had broken this shoulder, broke this shoulder. So I was kind of psychologically and physically, because why was I falling? So I was walking with a cane. And of course, a week on the beans, practically, the cane was gone, never looked back. And now it's what, 2.5 years, 3 years? No falls.
You forever impacted us by talking about how this is the renaissance of your life. And
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
When I share your story, I share how you were one of the first ones to sign up for the 100-day course, the 100-day experience in Ancient Secrets. And why did you, at age, in the Renaissance, at about age 80, why were you one of the first to sign up for the 100-day course? What were you hoping to get from that?
I just knew it was going to be my bliss. Natural healing. I knew it was the way. I've always been interested in natural healing, but Dr. Naram and you, I wanted the knowledge. I wanted as much as I could get. So, 80s and 90s. And as your friend, your best friend says, hundreds, you got to prepare. You got to be ready for it.
Yes. You inspire us so much.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you did. The second question, well, first of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being one of the golden angels. We're going to talk more about that in some time, but thank you for not only applying the ancient secrets, but by inspiring other people through you living it, contagious healing. Now, we also call it contagious love, and the Unstoppable Love Celebration is coming up in Sedona, June 8th to 9th, 6th to 9th. Is there any way that you can bring some of your artwork to Sedona and we can celebrate with you and enjoy in person? This is my dream. I'm hoping.
Well, my desire, of course, is to, I don't know that I would be there, but my desire is to offer a couple paintings for, to sell, to auction for the kids, to make money for the kids. That's my best shot at making any, contribution.
That is so beautiful. Andrea,
financial.
Can you talk about the Unstoppable Celebration and those that are wanting to do things like this? Could you just speak to that for a moment?
Yes, hi. Namaskar, everyone. As Dr. Clinton mentioned, June 6th through 8th, 2023, we'll be coming together to celebrate our wonderful community in a most sacred space, Sedona, Arizona. If any of you know about this place, it's filled with all these amazing energy vortexes. We'll be there celebrating our community, Pulse clinics. We're going to have some special surprises. Can't tell you. You got to come to find out what it is. And it will be off the charts because it'll be the first of its kind and the beginning of something most unique. So I invite each of you to join us, and I've put the link in the chat there for you to sign up. Okay, so be there, join us. Thank you.
Big thank you with love to Andrea and the entire team that's planning that Unstoppable Love celebration. So grateful for you. One of the things that I love is people are creating artwork like Judy Lamar or music about how does love guide you? And there's going to be a lot of surprises of things that we'll do that I'm excited about. Now, going back to the detox, there's so many stories to celebrate. Another one is Patricia Wood. Patricia, would you be willing to share what's happened for you?
Sure would love to, because it's I reached another plateau, dear Dr. Clint. Thank you so much. Before the plateau was reached at the 4-month time from March of this year to about July, I was on the mung bean soup. I started with 10 days. Started to feel better, and I added other things. This is because of Judy Lamar showing a picture of her and how great she looked after her mung bean soup journey. So I reached the plateau right there at 4 months this year, and I didn't have any pain in my left hip. I have bone on bone in my left hip, and the bone on bone, I really do believe, is no longer bone on bone. I don't know what it is, but it's like a cushion there now. And it's like maybe cartilage is there between the bones, not bone on bone anymore. I mean, just kind of an intuition I have about it. So I really reached a plateau. I did everything, Dr. Clint. I have done everything in the last 6 years to eliminate inflammation, to, being on an anti-grain diet, you name it. I've seen a nurse practitioner on all kinds of supplements. And it was the mung bean soup for 4 months that really got me to that level that I really always wanted to be at, where I'm gliding around, I'm not limping, I'm just at ease. And then I got a pulse diagnosed with Dr. Steve in Sacramento in August and got back on the soup again for 7 days. Realized I love the yellow doll soup. So that got me to a whole nother level of joy. But then I saw you in October 21st this year. Saw you. You don't realize how long I waited, 1.5 years or more, to meet you and to get Marma Shakti. Oh my God. I was so excited. I was there all day, and I was I was like, when am I going to get it? I've been here all day. I'm like, okay, it's going to be tonight. Okay. And I got in the car and I recharged my battery on my phone, and I was texting Judy Lamar, and I said, I have to wait till tonight. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. And she was like monitoring the whole thing from where she lives. She was so excited about everybody being there because she got me there. She got me there to see you, to get Marma Shakti. I didn't even know what I was going to get.
Honestly, it was at Katie's house, and Katie, you remember Patricia came before anyone, and literally
was way ahead of y'all.
She was sitting there all day, waiting until the very end of the day.
Yep, all day, and just being so present, and then seeing the difference between Patricia when you arrived and when you left after the Marma Shakti was just amazing.
I really enjoyed it. I was in bliss the whole time. I was all lit up with everybody and the mung bean soup, and then meeting Millie Rogers, your mom. Oh my God, she brought everything with her to make the soup from Utah. I mean, my God, who does that? So she made like 2 batches of it. It was delicious. The whole day was totally enjoyable. I just really loved it. I love being with everybody. Oh my God. And the stories and all of us sharing. It was incredible. So I didn't mind waiting.
Some other people on the call were there too. Casey and Stephanie, some other people were there. Now you just engaged in the detox the first 7 days. And the result is now you're feeling like there's no bone on bone. I remember at the event you had a cane, or you had some support.
Well, I have a cane. I've had it for
what it's like now versus when it was at its worst. What's the experience for you now?
Well, when you did the Marma, I mean, I tell you, the Shakti went off the roof, and I was so high driving home, and then it took about a week or two gradually, where I started to get the courage to go out and walk in the park all around the track with the cane, but easily and gracefully all around the track at 2 miles an hour at 1.5 miles each day. And before, it was like grab a cart and go to the store. And I graduated from grab a cart, go to the store, to I graduated to neighborhoods with beautiful fall trees, turning color. I had my friend, I walked and talked 2 miles with him. And then on my own, 1.5 miles a day on average on the 7-day, the 7-day, oh my God. And I love the doll. I absolutely love the doll. And I love adding any combination of foods to it. Judy Lamar has figured out all sorts of things. And I said, we need a cookbook. And you guys now have a cookbook. And I'm really excited about looking into that, because we were just ad-libbing what to have with the soup, because I was starving. I was having 3 bowls of soup a day, and I was still hungry. So we added different things to it that really enhanced the soup itself. And what do you have, like sweet potatoes and things like that, was so good. If I get off the soup more than 3 days, I crave it. I want it back. I want it back. But Judy Lamar helped make it really enjoyable. She's very artistic in cooking as well. And so it made it really enjoyable to do. So I'm not on the 7th day till Monday, but I just throw it together, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it makes everything taste better when I have it. It makes it, Judy made it enjoyable the whole time. Every day we check in with each other. How are you doing? What are you doing? How far did you walk today?
Patricia, a couple of things real quick. First of all, if you made hmong soup and it wasn't good the first time, can I just see a raise of hands the first time you made it? Actually, I just want to see if your soup is improved. I want to see a raise of hands. Anyone see improvement? Okay, good.
Oh,
Good. You're not alone on that. And then Judy Lamar, it really is contagious love and contagious healing. And to see that for anyone who has been where you can't walk properly, or you have limited mobility, you're scared to go out because you need a cart or something, and then be able to walk 1.5 miles a day. And Judy Lamar, this is your story that now is replicated because Patricia saw your picture and saw how beautiful that you were at age 80 years young. Not only she says, I want that for myself, but she's doing it. And how do you feel, Judy, just to see that contagious healing and contagious love?
Well, of course, I moved to tears,
Yeah, she's very humble, actually. I think she's very courageous, and she makes it enjoyable. It's not like, I gotta go to this regime, I have to have the soup. No, it's fun. It's really fun and tastes good, makes everything taste good, makes everything look good. And she's been for years taking pictures of flowers in her neighborhood. And I'm now taking pictures of beautiful trees
and it's beautiful
in my neighborhood, because I love it.
I want to say you both are beautiful flowers, and
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Judy, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Clint, I can really feel that her life has opened up. I know she's a great spiritual light, always. But boy, can I feel that her life has opened up, and there's definitely that youthfulness that has returned.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's very exciting. I'd love it for all my friends who suffer pain. So she was one to take it up.
Yeah, and for those that can't meet me in person or haven't yet, in the book, there's page 133, and Andrea put it in the chat, but for having flexible, healthy joints, Dr. Ram's secret recipe. You know, you mix together a half a teaspoon fenugreek powder, half a teaspoon turmeric powder, fourth a teaspoon cinnamon powder, half a teaspoon ginger powder, 1 teaspoon ghee. Start with that. And then this marmite, and start with that and then see what happens. Start with the mung soup. You can do that on your own and see the transformation happen. So let's all put our hands together and give so much love to Patricia, to Judy, and to all who completed the 7-day detox that just completed. We love you and we're with you.
Thank you.
So beautiful, man. I'm just really so happy with everyone who is going on this journey. Whatever steps you take, you benefit from. I want to turn the time now to Carol, did we complete the announcements, Cornelia?
Yes.
Okay, and then I love Jana. Thank you for the reminder. If you're new to this call, you may be like, what's Hmong soup? So go ahead and put in the chat if you're new to this call, or if you're new watching on Facebook Live, we'll follow up. We'll give you whatever resources you need for your journey, for letting love guide you. I just want to say thank you, everyone, for here. It's so fun to see the people on this call. Bettina, so happy to see you here. Afzal and Mooney, yes, so happy to see you. Alda, Anna, Barbara, so good to see you. Beverly and Bobby and Bridget and Charlotte, Clarice, Dale, Debbie, Elio, I love seeing you here. Esther, I love having you. Eunice, Gail, Gavin and Tanya, yes. Heather, so happy to see you here. Harvey and Bill and Maria, joining from Finland, yes. Heidi and Susan, Claudia, Katie, Jan, Jana, and I could go through and read everyone's names. You know, and Luke and Roma Rishi and Jonathan, Delise, yes, Kirti's on it, Jimbo. It's hard not to keep reading names. Leonore, Linda, I love you and I'm with you. And I am in my mind and my heart, I'm reading all of the names. You're so much, this is so much become a family. And as we go into this holiday season, why not do it differently than we've done in the past? Take all the traditions that bring happiness and keep them. Take all the traditions that bring joy and keep them. And then why not infuse into our tradition something new? Because we're not just here to be consumers of life. Just because our family has had traditions for generations doesn't mean we have to continue those in the future. What if our parents had created traditions during the holidays that infused into us more health as well as happiness? What if they designed into the traditions something? So why not be creative? And it doesn't have to be just about the food we eat, because Dr. Am does say, if you change your food, you change your future. But what about also other things we do to let love guide us? One reason I'm so happy to see Gavin on the call is because he was one of the awesome people that helped with our project to help homelessness. And so during this holiday season, it's so much in my heart. People that have lost their home, because who's noticed that expenses are going up? Who noticed when you go to the grocery store, things are more expensive? Who notices that you have to question, am I going to drive there because gas is so expensive? Who notices if you're trying to fly somewhere during the holidays, the flights are almost 2-3 times more expensive? So more and more people are losing their homes as well. And during this time in which they want to bring joy into their family, they're having to question, do I have the resources to do this? The beautiful thing is that love is free. In fact, you can't even buy love. According to the Beatles, you can't buy me love. It's priceless. Love can guide us. And one of the most beautiful ways in which love guides is through music. And I've seen Jerem, and actually all the people, Sarabjit and so many who have contributed to the foundation, be guided by love in the art projects and using the expression of their soul to bring joy, peace, and love on this planet. I know, Dr. Ram, that makes him so, so happy, because the ancient secrets aren't about making you dependent. It's about making you independent, like Patricia walking 1.5 miles every day. That's amazing. Judy Lamar walking 2 miles a day, getting her mojo back. That is totally worth celebrating. And those who have been involved in this music project, Jeremy, I'm going to hand it over to you. I just want to say thank you for letting love guide you. And I'm so excited for everyone to have the infusion of that love into your souls today. And then we're ending the call today with Nehemiah, who's going to share about his brother, because life is precious. We don't know how many days we have with those we love. And that's the truth. Even this last week, I had someone that I love that just transitioned, and I know there's life beyond. I don't think that death is the end. I think death is beautiful, actually, because it helps us treasure each day. But I can promise you that I've had a different experience this week. Things that used to bother me don't bother me anymore. I'm just grateful to be in the moment with the people that I love. Sometimes I've been in experiences where I'm with someone that I love, and in the past, it would annoy me. What was happening? I don't know if anyone's ever had that, where you love someone, but it's really difficult to be with them. And because I realized this week with the transition of this person that I love, that, man, this is a precious moment that I may not have indefinitely. This is a day that I'll never get to live again. This is a day that I want to treasure. This is a moment I want to treasure, and it changed something inside of me. And as you hear Nehemiah's story about his brother, I think you'll have more and more of that realization. I think you'll be glad you gave yourself the gift of listening to this call today, because it will presence you in a different way as we go into the holidays. For those in the US, as we go into Thanksgiving, or for anyone who celebrates all the different holidays that are happening. But what about the holy day of today, this sacred moment? And so as you listen to this music, and as you observe how love has guided Jerem, and how love has guided these artists, how can love guide you with those you love? How can love guide you to love yourself even that much more, is my question for you. So Jerem, handing it over to you.
Thank you, Clint. Thank you so much. So many months ago, when we had a meeting about how to benefit the orphan kids, I just thought about that experience that they had to not only be in the middle of this chaos, this earthquake, but to also lose their parents. It's life-changing, obviously, and what can I do to help? And I have organized a couple of different music projects in the past, in 1985 and 1995. And I thought, we have this wealth of musicians. Many of you have heard Gary Malkin's music, who is an incredible, amazing healer. And we have that same wealth. Gary has also benefited the orphan kids in amazing ways. And so thank you, Gary. So my picture of the project was to have music available on the Ancient Secrets Foundation website to be able to give these kids what they need for living a life that is harmonious and that is full of joy. And when I heard about the different ways that Ancient Secrets and Dr. Naram, with his amazing generosity, gave to these orphanages, and how we're here to be in service, which is what the Siddha Veda lineage is about, this felt like a no-brainer. And so slowly we started inviting musicians to participate and donate their original music and traditional music, to have these on the website where people could purchase beautiful healing music and benefit the kids at the same time. So it's a win-win situation. And so we'll have some links. My dear colleague Andrea is behind the scenes doing her magic, and we'll have links for people who would like to join the project. We're doing an official launch this Wednesday. My other dear colleague Esther Francis gave us astrology dates and times where all the planets are aligning to support the project. So thank you, Esther, for that. Also want to thank my beautiful daughter Jamie for helping with the flyer, Heidi Aiden, Jana Taylor for helping with a WhatsApp group. So just enormous support from wonderful, caring people. A few little asides I'd like to mention. My vision of this is that it's an ongoing project. So we're going to launch on Wednesday, but whoever would like to contribute, whenever your music is ready. I spoke to Emily Drew yesterday. She has a beautiful piece of music that's not quite ready. So we want people to feel like they're in alignment and everything's ready. So we'd like to keep inviting you to think about your music that has been maybe gathering dust on your CD shelf, or a song that's been bouncing around in your head that you haven't recorded yet. That's all doable. And we're going to have collaborations. We've already arranged some collaborations. So even if you don't have a personal song to contribute, if you're a singer who would like to support someone, either with a background vocal or singing someone else's song that they're not comfortable singing themselves, which I have some of those, we'd like to invite you too. One other aspect is copyright. So the copyright process, we're recommending it since there is piracy out there for good music. And if someone is skilled at copyright, we would love your help to help some of the musicians get copyrighted who have not done that. One other thing I was thinking is I would love more non-English musicians to contribute, so we can provide translations for non-English songs. I would love to hear more songs from Latin America, from Africa. I love African music. So these are all things that are in the realm of possibility that we want to invite. So with that being said, I've been in touch this morning with my dear friend Gus Mancini, who we've got some tech gremlins right now happening, and so I'm thinking the only way we can have him on the call right now, because he's not been able to get on Zoom, is for me to call him so he can say a few words about his video, which he composed a few days ago. He sent me a song that I thought was just beautiful, and he, without mentioning it, sent me a video 2 days later that he put together in a day, which blew me away. And so I'm going to try to give him a quick call right now. And Cornelia, do you have Gus's song ready to go? Okay, great. Thank you.
Jerem?
Yes.
Jerem, is it possible maybe you could do him on FaceTime, and then you could at least, show his face to us while we hear him?
Possible. I'll ask him. Yeah, great. Thanks, Joe. Okay.
Jerem, do you want me to start playing now, or should we wait until if you connect first?
I think maybe it's a good idea to start playing it now, and then we can talk to Gus after the fact.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead then.
Thanks, Cornelia.
Nothing can take you higher when you are loved. When you are loved, nothing can take you higher. Nothing can take you higher when you are loved. When you are loved, and you know it's time for all mankind. You know it's time to pull together, and where there's doubt and despair, can take you high. Nothing can take you high when you are alone. Take it, Gus.
Okay, thank you, Gus. So
Wow.
I have our wonderful composer on the phone here on speakerphone, and we already have wows going on here, Gus. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's got a lot of traction already. I posted it on my profile page on Facebook, and I played it over WDSG. I did this radio show for 26 years, so it's wonderful to share it, and it's certainly like a wonderful cause. You know, wish I could have seen it instead of looking at a phone.
yeah.
It hasn't been a good day for connecting. I have to get like my Zoom chops together, so to speak. You know.
Yeah, just like Jerem.
Right.
Can everybody hear Gus okay? Yes. Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, anything else you'd like to say about the music and the video and just...
Oh, no, it's a wonderful cause. And, you know, it's interesting because when I was looking for something to share, this was actually, I opened up this folder, and it had this music that I did in 1987. So this was from 1987. And I picked a piece that I thought was uplifting, you know, and that's how it came about. And in the video, I just try and put things in there, you know, to just to give the audio some other perspective for people to see, you know, because we have eyes as well as ears.
Yeah, it added a whole other dimension to the song for me and totally blew my heart open when I saw it.
Well, that's nice to hear. You know, it's, yeah, I really went over because a lot of, it was recorded in 1987. There weren't a lot of perks then. There weren't a lot of, like, in 35 years, there's been so many, you know, different things that have improved all kinds of toys, you know, on the dynamic spectrum of how to make the music, you know, clearer. So I did work hard on that. You know, even though it was already like locked in, there were certain things I could do. So at least get the music to sound like representative of I thought it came out of, put it that way.
Yeah.
No ego here. No,
Yeah,
it's all about sharing. That's all I've ever done for like 60 years now. You know, just sharing all. And
can I read you some of the feedback from people that are posting in the chat? Can I read you some of what people are saying about the music and the video, Gus? And then we'll let some people speak directly to you if they want. But Linda says, heart tingling. Judy Lamar, fabulous music / video. Carol Ray, what a great video and timely message. Cornelia, beautiful, great music, great video. Ronnie, fabulous, capitals, bravo, 3 exclamation points. Aparna, loved it. Thank you. Esther Francis, Gus, wow, and then some. Love you, dear brother, and to hear your beautiful voice. The video is great, exquisite. You're getting so much love. Heather says, love the song in the video. I'm sure I'll be singing that all day. Renara, so beautiful.
It does have a book. It does have a book. I'm doing that myself, you know. But those were wonderful responses. They're the same ones I've been getting on Facebook. So it's really wonderful to get that. But again, it's about the sharing. But it's so nice to hear. Just as a musician, you know, for me, I just shared, you know, and most of the times my reward has always been that, you know, even if I played like Mafia Bars or whatever it is, I've been everywhere for 60 years. In fact, I'm playing, my mom bought my saxophone in 1962. I've been playing that same saxophone for 60 years now.
Mm.
I took a little, I think I said, take it, Gus, something like that.
So Leonore, do you want to unmute yourself and share your response to the music? It's just so fun.
Oh, well, with all these people, the visuals and the music together, I was here and waving my arms and dancing, and I felt so, I had so much faith in humanity.
It's so beautiful. You know, I have with me, Gus, I have with me the actual handwriting of some of the orphan kids in Nepal that will benefit some of our kids, that just say thank you. And you know, I keep this with me every time I do a pulse clinic. I put it on the altar with the picture of Dr. Naram and some of the masters in the lineage. And I know when I meet these kids, you know, every dollar makes a difference for them, and every act of love makes a difference. Even I was talking to Carol Ray the other day, who's coming with to Nepal. She's getting recorders, those little musical recorders, the instruments that you play for each of the kids.
Wow.
And so music will be infused into that process. Carol Ray, you want to share anything about that?
No, just that, you know, it has a common language that
I played all those instruments. That's sure.
Yeah.
But it's. I always think of love not as a relationship, but as an energy. So it's a big difference, and it's. I mean, love is just exists throughout the universe, and you know, if that wasn't there, you know, worlds and universes, everything would just collapse. And also breath. That's the thing. You know, without breath, there's really nothing. So it's wonderful having those. It's like, you know, keep breathing, keep enjoying, keep dancing, keep singing. That's the only way to go through. Because there's a difficult vibe in the world now. Everybody knows that. But you don't have to let that in other words, protect your campsite, you know. You can be in the world, you have to be in the world. You got to pay your bills or whatever it is, drive your car. But at the same time, it doesn't have to enter your campsite. You know, that's where you protect, you know, the gift of love that we all have. Doesn't matter. You know, for me, saint or sinner, you have that within you. It's just a matter of finding it out. You know, maybe sometimes through the worst times are your greatest accomplishments. They've always been that way for me.
I love that so much. I see a recommendation from Richard Gentlehawk. He says, can it be shared on Facebook? And Michael Smith says, yes, let's share it on Facebook. Jerem, maybe this can be a teaser for the music project that we can all share in this way.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that. I also wanted to mention that go ahead.
Yeah, because the video is going, I had a different post to it. So what I did today is I went and I took most of the terminology, you know, from the Ancient Secret, and also a picture. And so I reposted the song. You know, I took whatever else I had after it, I took it off, and I reposted it with that, with the picture and, you know, the website, whatever. So that's getting actions. I think the original one got pretty much close to almost 500 listens, actually.
Wow. And that's just in a day, right?
Right.
500 listens in one day. That's pretty darn good. I also wanted to mention that Carol Ray has responded to my request to do some recording with a small recorder on the kids when she goes to Nepal. So that's exciting to me to also have the kids singing on the music project.
And then also some,
that'd be fantastic.
some world-renowned singers and performers Afzal and Mooney, they just sent me this beautiful message. They're on the call today. They said today they're singing for the Nepali organization in Toronto, and they'll talk about the Nepal Children's Orphanage. So beautiful.
Wow.
Great.
Wow.
Amazing community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Muni and Vamsal. Thank you. Yeah. Well,
Beautiful. Go ahead, Jerem. I know that we have another performer and then also the sharing from Nehemiah. I just want to make sure that.
yes, yes. So can we give a blast of love to Gus?
Yes, let's do it. We love you and we're with you, Gus. Thank you.
Love you,
Thank you.
Gus.
I love everyone too. So thank you. I'm so happy to be a part of this. I can't even explain it. So be well, everyone, and take good care of yourselves.
Thank you, Gus.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, without further ado,
This question, I want to ask Renara. Renara, what's your timing today? Do you feel we should do your song first or have Nehemiah share and then have your song be the conclusion channeling of all the love? What do you feel, Renara, in your heart?
I'm okay with it. If Nehemiah want, he feel it's okay for him now. For me, it's absolutely okay.
Okay, Jerem, how do you feel if we have Nehemiah share first and then we have Renara conclude the whole beautiful meeting with a transmission of her spontaneous music love?
Yeah, I have something to say.
Okay.
All right, Nehemiah, please.
I have something to say. As you can see, Atiti Deva Baba is playing with me all kind of games recently. Carol has spent a few hours with me twice to get the picture moving, and it's not moving now. As a Middle Eastern, I talk with my hands, with my face. So is it okay with you if we postpone it for one more week?
Okay, beautiful.
I mean, you are so flexible. Can you be flexible again with me?
Yeah, you know what I do? I was so excited to listen to you this week, and so my anticipation is just growing and growing. I just give us a teaser, like in 1 minute or less, what you're going to share next week, just in 1 minute or less, a teaser.
Okay, okay. Wow. Love is all over the world, as the musician before me told. However, we block love through attachment, through all kind of feelings. And there's a difference, a lot of difference between our relationship to our family of choice and the complexity of our family of blood. There's much more attachment and situations. I could talk about this subject alone for 2 hours, but I have 10 minutes next week. I'll be able to make it better than I would have done it today. I've learned something so amazing. The power of prayer and of healing. I've healed my brother to be able to open emotionally, to open to spirit after 78 years of not believing in God. And could have saved his life if he believed that he doesn't have cancer anymore. But him and his wife believed that they have cancer, and they believe. And this is a challenge of our society, that we believe exclusively in one modality, in the allopathic modality, which is very good, but it has a limitation. So when somebody come and tell you, I believe you don't have any more cancer because the cancer is not moving fast. It's stopped down. You don't believe it because you believe your doctors. You don't go for MRI to check if there's no cancer. And of course, you die because of your belief. And so did my brother die. And I completely accepted that this miracle didn't happen. But because he died like everyone in the right time and on the way upward and upward. So next week I'll share more in detail. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, I shouldn't say died. He left to the other world and he keep on communicating with me and tell me a lot of beautiful things.
You know, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Dr. Ram, he would never talk about it as if someone died. He says, we don't use that word in Ancient Secrets. We say they left their body. He'd always make that distinction. And I think that's helpful, actually, even, as we're thinking about those we love. And in this body, in this life, what a precious day this day is. for those that were associated with what Atiti Devo Bhava, treat the unexpected guest as if God himself or herself arrived. How profound that is, especially with people who are our own family and the things they trigger in us and the opportunity for divine to show in those moments. Thank you, Nehemiah, for pointing our minds to the power of prayer. My mom is someone who's such a good example of this to me, so prayerful. Sometimes she'll be so guided by prayer, by love, to do things for people in a way that it doesn't make sense to me, but then I see the results of it. I see the miracles happen, and I'm just like so grateful that you brought that in this space, as this week, we tread on very sacred ground as we're spending time with ourselves, loving ourselves, as we're spending time with family, as we're spending time in traditions. Another form of prayer, I feel like, is music. And as you hear Renara play right now, you'll feel this so clearly, that the prayer is being channeled through her. Renara, can you talk about the music that you play for a second? How this happens through you? Let's see if you can unmute yourself here.
Yeah. It is not something I can really talk about, to say, because from the moment we start to explain something or say something, it becomes one concept. And I never actually understood why, when we're going to the exhibition and when we see beautiful painting, we start to explain something about that. Music is the same for me, or you feel that, or you don't feel, or you are going with, or you just, it makes you nothing, or maybe even worse. Everything is possible. So this sacred moment of the improvisation, when you don't know not at all which music will come, it is like the meeting with a mystery. So you can say nothing about mystery. From the moment you start to say something about mystery, it is not mystery anymore.
So true.
So I think that when we have this, it doesn't matter, it is in music or in life or in anything we make in life with one creative touch. Yeah. I think when we completely surrender ourselves to biggest one, which is also me, but it is highest version of me. It is something which is always in me, but wants so much to shine, but maybe doesn't have all the time this space or permission of myself to shine, of my conscious or subconscious. So this process, it is really communion. I don't want now to go to mention, the my sense, which is very close to me. It is my friends. I think without all of this sense and archangels and the special ones and the biggest one, shining one, I don't know. I probably will not be where I am today. And And we never separate, actually. We are always together, me in them and them in me. So when this sacred moment coming for the music, I love this phrase of quote of non-religious Sufi Hafiz, who said, "I am the hole in the flute and Christ breathing in this flute. Listen this music." So I think from the moment when we are in this sacred creative moment, forget about meaning of I, and just there is not I, and I'm only this whole. Miracles happened, and so I can't explain that because it is the experience, and each person and myself, we live that differently. And for sure, less we have all the memories, more pure the perception is. But in the same time, probably the biggest miracle of the art, of pure art from source, that the pure art coming from this mystery and going directly to the sacred space in each soul. So that is what I can say by words, if it's possible.
Wow, Renara. So much love. Mariam, she says, such beautiful sharing, Renara. Vinod says, true surrender. Judy says, Renara, I love and so admire you. Patricia Wood says, when we are everywhere and never alone. Thank you, Renara. Ronnie says, what a beautiful sacred moment with you. Renara, you're such a gift, sending such gratitude. I have an idea, Renara, as you're sharing this. You know, I talk often about how Daniel Devananda, you know, when the depression left him, and he says he got into that mystical sacred moment where he realized that life was a dance, basically was a romantic dance of his soul with the gift of life. You know, when he described that experience, I feel like that's what's happening in this community. And as you're playing the music, with your permission, I invite everyone to turn your camera on. And when we spotlight you, you're a part of the music. You're a part of the dance. You're a part of this sacred moment, this mystical moment in which we have gathered together for who knows what reason beyond, we can't even explain it. You know, some reason you've been guided here. Love guided you here. And you're a part of the dance. And so if you can turn on your video, and as we spotlight, it'll ask you to unmute, but you don't have to unmute, but just allow us to witness you, the magic of you, the mystery of you, the love of you, the whole, like I like it how she described it. It's the whole in which so instead of seeing you, we see the divine through you, the Aditi Devo Bhava. Renara, how does that sound if we spotlight people as you're playing the music and we can feel the magic and the love and the dance?
First of all, I said that this very piece which will come, I don't have idea which one exactly, but this one exactly, it is coming thanks to you, to all of you who are here. And my request, I have only two requests. It is one, it is to put the headphone because of the Zoom connection, it is not the same sound. So if you have the headphones, it is better. And second request, just before I start, take the deep silence, deep moment of silence invite your grace, invite your sense, invite your superconsciousness, your God, your mother, your father, creator. It is your field, invite them. And so, first of all, this communion will go through this silence, because in the music, the more powerful space it is, silence. From where it come, we don't know what exactly. Yeah.
I love those two invitations. So if everyone could just take a deep breath in together, take a deep breath in. Let out an ah. And just allow for this moment of silence as you put your prayer in your heart for the divine inspiration to flow through you. Oh man, I'm just
C'est inattendu.
you know, I'm just gonna allow I want to invite everyone to unmute yourself, just to give a collective applause of like joy.
Oh, this was so beautiful.
Oh,
we live Mother Russia.
Beautiful piece.
Hallelujah.
Amazing, amazing.
Thank you. Thank you,
Beautiful,
Mother.
beautiful.
wonderful.
Renara,
Oh,
thank you
amazing.
so much.
Thank you for the Russian, for the Russian tone.
Love you, Renara. Love you, Renara.
Thank you, thank you.
So
Thank
beautiful.
you.
That's beautiful. All right, Renard, can you unmute yourself again? Just on this side, I just want you to speak to that experience and what I know there's no words to put to it, but anything that's from your heart that you want to share in this moment.
Me?
Yeah, you. Yes, you.
I don't know, because it was so interesting where the music take you, you know. And as I said here, that there is not the thought or the idea or something. There is just surrender, and I just follow, you know. And I'm so happy that it was the dance of community, actually, at the end. It came spontaneously. So with some gypsy touch.
Yeah.
The gypsy, they influenced almost all of the music in the world, and they came from India. So Maybe there is something in this message. I don't know.
Yeah, it was because it's a dance of community. I want to have the reflections of several people from the community. I just asked Sue to unmute herself, but I don't know anyone that feels inspired to share some inspiration that came to this heart, into your heart, through this music that was downloaded for you, for this community, for love. Sue?
Yeah, that was really moving, Renara. So profound. And I found it just took me to a very deep place and allowed lots of feelings to come up that were just sitting there. And what a lovely, lovely gift. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Sue.
Luke and
Thank you.
Cornelia.
Yeah, music is so healing. And when I hear Renara's music playing, it's like every cell in my body is just singing and dancing with joy and healing every aspect of my being. And that's what I was feeling as she was playing.
Yeah, so beautiful. Cornelia, and then
Thank you, Luke. Thank you.
Renara, your music just touched something really deep in me. I'm really emotional. It was like this playful, childlike part that was towards the end. It really reminded me of little children and how they. I used to actually be dancing and hopping around all the time as a child, and how much I had lost it. I'm finding it again, and it was just as if you invited my soul and my whole being to dance again. It was just so beautiful. Thank you.
So beautiful. Susan Eggman.
I just want to say thank you to Renara and to everyone. For me, I was able to grieve, to go to a really deep place of grief, and then just completely feel so much gratitude. And it gave me the words came to me about what I want to write about, my transformative experiences in Ancient Secrets, mind, body, spirit, that I want to now share that story of my personal story with whoever wants to read it. So anyway, it was a very profound and very beautiful experience for me. Thank you so much, and thank everyone, because it was collective. I felt that. So blessings to everyone. So grateful.
That is so powerful. I'm so excited to hear that personally. I can't wait to hear that. It's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Anna.
Hi, I always love to hear the
put my hands up
in the hands of Renara, because it's really, I always feel like it's a dance, a completely dance with a story that we don't know rationally, but it's a dance that we feel. It's a story that we feel, and it's really, it moves our selves really in a different movements inside of ourselves. I love to hear the piano in the hands of Renara and how she goes with the flow. It's very beautiful. Thank you.
So beautifully said. I love to hear the piano in the hands of so beautiful. Andrea, and then Michael, and then maybe Mariam, you could share too. I don't know.
Hi, Renara. I've often shared with you that I would play your music at night and let the notes just dance out into the sky, hitting the stars. I think it's time that you now collaborate with Andrea and Matteo Bocelli. So let this go out into the universe. It's now the time. Blessings.
Beautifully said. Michael, and then Mooney.
Oh, so beautiful, Renara. Thank you so much, and thank you for saying to get the headphones too, so it played right inside of my head. And I loved what you said too about the flute and the whole of the flute. And I recently had Jesus play the flute in a very fun way like this. He went by Jesus, but his name really was Jesus. And in the same fun, dancing, joyful way that just is so beautiful. I mean, that's the world needs anything, it needs joy, and to experience that joy. And thank you for bringing that and playing that through you today. Thank you.
Thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of you, because it's came for all of us and for each of us, so.
So beautiful. Thank you, Michael. Mooney?
Thank you. First, it was so divine. I teach healing dance to almost 300 seniors. I was every bone, every emotion, everything. I was sitting in the chair, but I just danced it through. It was so absolutely touching. Every part, your body, mind, and soul. It was just all in there. And I requested, where may I get that music so that I can teach the seniors also in the dance.
As I'm absolutely unstoppable now, as some years before when I started to play my compositions.
Yeah.
So I will come once to Toronto and we will make that together.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, that's a direct touch to you from my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Really good. And I know one other place you can get the music. It's called Ancient Secrets Foundation Special Music Project to help benefit orphan kids.
Yes, exactly. We're going to make a very strong effort to have some of these beautiful pieces available starting Wednesday. And Renara, I just want to say thank you. I kept getting images of groups of people gathering around a campfire, a big fire, bonfire, and sharing food and dancing and laughing. And it was just a universal elixir and tonic for my heart. So thank you so much.
Because Michael knows that also, because world is my country and Pachamama is my home.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing more important than that today.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is our responsibility for the future generation.
Mm-hmm.
It is not our devotion.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Just in honor of this, the Pachamama is our home, and the world is our family. And Renara has been working on a miracle for a while that's just getting really close to finishing at a time in which it's needed more than ever. And it's this miracle.
Yeah. I hope it is this week. I hope this week will be published. Yeah.
Wow.
That will be the real miracle.
If we could put our hands together, that all who need this love, all who need this healing, this contagious love and healing. And thank you to Renara, to all the musicians, to Jerem, to everyone who shared on the call, to all the translators who've been working on the book in all the languages, to all the people in Russian who will read it in their native language and experience a transformation. To all the masters.
Very needed language today. Very, very needed language in the world. Yeah.
Love you and we're with you. Thank you so much. What a beautiful, powerful call. Jerem, anything else you want to share in the conclusion of this part of the call?
First of all, thank you all so much for being here and for your energetic support that I feel so profoundly. And we will keep sending out music and the messages that will pull you toward supporting this project and the beautiful children in Nepal. And thank you so much, Will. The energy is moving. The energy is moving, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Jerem, I want to say how much I love you, how much I respect you, and how much I believe that love is guiding you, love is teaching you. And so as a result of this call, these Sunday calls, you're here. What did love teach you today? How did love guide you today? I want you to put in the chat, and I'm just going to call on a couple people. I was thinking of going to the breakout rooms, but I don't know how that will work today. But just what did love guide you. What did love teach you today? I'm going to call on Jaina first of all. Jaina, surprise. What did love teach you today?
You know, I have just been so grateful to see all of these faces that I love so much. I haven't been around the last few weeks, and it just feels like such a warm, loving place to be. So that's what love taught me today. And Renara, I love you. I love your music. Her music has a very special place in my heart, as I was going one day to a very difficult, nerve-wracking meeting, and the meeting went very well. And when I got into my car, it was like, who can I tell that this is so great? And I turned on my car, and her CD was playing in my car, and it just flooded my car with her beautiful music. And I was like, oh, Renara, I can connect with Renara right here in this music. I mean, it just tells you the power of music and the power of love. So thank you, Renara. I love you all.
Yeah, so beautiful. You know, as you're speaking, and as Mooney was asking where to get it, I'm remembering that Heidi Aiden created a very special opportunity. Imagine giving a gift to someone you love of Renara channeling a song for them. And Renara has offered that 100% of the proceeds for that will benefit the orphan kids in Nepal. And so Renara, if someone wants to give that gift to someone they love, what is the best way? I know we created a website, but it wasn't quite finished yet. Is it okay if someone can email? Maybe someone could help collect for anyone that wants to have that experience. We'll figure it out. We'll send it out in the newsletter. But let's say for now, you can send a message to staff@ancientsecretsnow.com if you're interested in giving that gift to someone. And basically, it's a donation of your choice. But 100%, she says, goes to these orphan kids and benefiting our kids in Nepal. So thank you. And Jaina, I feel the same way, just seeing the people on the call. In fact, I want to go to Kitty Pope. What did love teach you today?
Hi everyone. I hadn't been on in a while and I look horrible. But anyway, the music, Renara's music really helped me. I was sort of reeling in pain. My daughter's fiance lost a relative in a store. She got shot and killed. So we're just reeling in frustration. And I mean, what can we do about these people that are committing these crimes? She was a sweet little old lady. And now for the holidays, she has 2 children and her husband is without their mother. And we're just so sad. She was shot and killed in a store that she owned, a beauty store, last week. So the music just put me in a different place. So thank you so much, Renara. Thank you. But we have to think about other people who are in pain and committing crimes and killing innocent people. So I was really woke up kind of sad, but the music really helped me. So I got on the right day. Thank you.
Kitty, so happy you're here. And to that dear woman who lost her life and the people who created that situation, can we all just send them some love? Just put your hands together and just everyone who's in this moment now in which they've lost someone they love during the holidays, and when it happens in such a tragic way, it's so difficult. So we send you, we love you and we're with you. I love you and I'm with you. And thank you, Kitty. Thank you for being here and sharing that. And thank you for giving your own heart a chance to experience a different vibration through being on the call today. I'm reading some of these things, but Susan Engman says, love taught me to open my heart to trust what is inside of me. That is so beautiful. Michael Smith, love is holding the universe together. Patricia Wood, love taught me that love has no boundaries. Luke Sutton, love taught me the power of joy and healing. Sarabjit, love taught me to believe in love and community. Vienna, that the dance is spontaneous. It's so true. Sissy, oneness, that we are one light of love in many bodies. Rochelle says, dear Renara, every single time I have the blessing of being near you, and then as a bonus of hearing your music, my heart explodes open. I want to merge with you and your powerful and inspiring music. That's because, Renara, you are a channel of the divine. You are spontaneously in the moment, in the oneness, and in the love. Linda Hogan says, love taught me, yes. It's hard to make time to join, but I love when I do join. Linda, it's so fun to see you and your beautiful mother on the call today. Esther Francis, Renara, you helped me cross the bridge into a safe, wonderful home. I will always appreciate your love and kindness. You are so magnificent, deep, wise, and wonderful. I love you so much. And I know Renara, hearing that, she's going to redirect it back to you, Esther Francis. She says, you're the inspiration for the music, Esther Francis. So it's a mirror in which it's pointing back to you. I'm going to go to Joseph Engman, please, and then Michael Smith, and then Luke.
Yeah, thank you. Renara, I felt the love move through me, and it started up here, and then it just worked its way through my spine, and it just brought back to me the flexibility and the connection from base to crown, almost like a kundalini, and just a fullness and a safety, like I was being held and moved by the hands much bigger than all of us. And I want to thank you for that blessing that you brought to me and shared with all of us. And also I was moved to post some words to a song by a group that I've loved for decades. The group was named It's a Beautiful Day, oddly, and it talks about the space of when you're in love.
Joseph, can you read it for us?
Oh, well, yeah, let me go back to that. So it says, time is too slow for those who wait. Time is too swift for those who fear. Time is too long for those who grieve. And time is too short for those who laugh. And love is too slow for those who wait. And love is too swift for those who fear. Love is too long for those who grieve. And love is too short for those who laugh. But for those who love, but for those who really love, but for those who love, time, sweet time, precious time, lovely time, all the time, 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 time is eternity. It just speaks to me about when you're in those spaces, you're not in love. And when you're in love, time is eternity. So these spaces are about bringing us to love. And was it, Jerem, I'm losing his name. Yeah, your friend, the music, Gus, who said, love is not a relationship, love is an energy. So when you're in this, I so believe that to be true, that love is the energy, and these spaces are about bringing us to the energy of love. And when you're in the energy of love, time is eternity. So thank you, and thank you, Renara.
No, so beautifully said. So beautiful. I want to go to Luke and then Pat Malaya. I don't know if you want to share, but what did love teach you today, Luke?
Well, oh my God, I am so filled with love that I don't even have the words to express it. I'm so grateful to be here, finally sitting back at my computer with my camera on after being sick in bed for 6 weeks with either COVID or the flu, and attending our calls every week, but lying in bed with my camera off and not being able to participate. Finally, in the last few days, my energy coming back, feeling better, and being able to sit here today and participate and absorb that incredible music from Renara, which was so incredibly healing. And I just want to express my gratitude and my love for this community. there's nothing in my life that where I feel so much love, authentic love. There's an authenticity here. And I feel it so much. And I'm so grateful to be here today and feel my energy coming back. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. And I just want to express my love and gratitude for everybody and for being here. And thank you so very much.
Oh, Luke, so happy that you're back, you know, as much as you are, and sending you all the rest of the love for the healing journey. So happy for you, you know. And Debbie says, love has been teaching me that we all have a wealth to offer the world through the story of our growth. We need to use our gifts to help the world. So beautiful, Debbie. Debbie also says, surrender. Stephanie, love taught me when you're unstoppable, others remember they are unstoppable. Sharing is our gift of love to our future generations. That's why, Susan Engman, I'm so excited that you got the words for your story of transformation. Esther Francis, love taught me that love is the supreme home that always lives within it. Love is the home in the heart that loves us always and always. So much gratitude for this community that recognizes this. Graham, love is a much sweeter emotion. So beautiful. Padmalaya, anything you want to share about what love taught you on today's call or what you experienced? I know you didn't raise your hand necessarily, but I love seeing you here. I don't know if you can unmute yourself. All right. Let's see here. All right, it doesn't look like it's technologically working. I want to say thank you, everyone, for being on the call today. Padmalaya, so grateful for you coming. Mari, I'm so happy to see you, and so many people that haven't been here in a little bit of time coming back. You're welcome anytime. You're my family. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. Like Jana said, it just brings so much joy, these gatherings. And sometimes, yeah, we have a lot of stuff happening in life, but what a gift to be reminded of, like Dr. Joseph said, the eternity that is ours when we're in that vibration of love. And this week, as we are with our family of origin, with our family of choice, as we're experiencing love in new ways, I'm so excited to see the music that will play through you. Next Sunday, we have a really special call in which even my niece, who at one point was struggling with so much depression, she was feeling suicidal, and had a lot of going on. She had a really big breakthrough happen. She's going to be playing music and be talking about what is the gift of life. You know, we're going to have Nehemiah sharing. We have some other special surprises next Sunday call. Just want to say I love you. I'm with you. And for anyone who has been suffering or struggling, if we can just end this call with, we put our hands together. For anyone on this planet, anyone who's connected with us, anyone who's been struggling, we just pour out our love. I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with
Love you
you.
and I'm with you.
and I'm with you.
Love you, Renara. Love you, Barbara.
I love you and I'm with
Francis.
you.
Love you, Jerem.
I love you and I'm with you.
Love you, Andrea.
Love you, Mickey Maya.
Love you and
Margie.
I'm with
Love you, Susan Joseph.
Renara.
Love you, Ralph.
I love you.
Love you, Lenore. Love you, Judy.
I love you.
Love you, Pamela. Love you,
everyone.
Charlotte. Love you, Harvey. Love you, Romarisha.
Thank you, everyone.
Beautiful. Love you with you. Have a beautiful week. Have a beautiful day. Make today full of love and let love guide you. I love you. I'm with you. Namaste.